Hi Tennille, just a quick video to show you how to use a site and how to log in. The first thing you need to do to log in is up near your URL on the end of it there, you put /wp-admin, then hit enter and that'll bring you to a login screen. When we get into the login screen, you enter the password that I'll send you on this email. And then click login. That'll bring you to the dashboard. We don't really need all this stuff to look at, but you need to get rid of all of that sort of stuff. So we come into the dashboard. Mainly what you'll need to look at here is probably two areas, I guess. The main one is pages, and you click in here at pages if you want to edit any content. Oh, you've also got the gallery we'll need to go through as well. So we have several pages in here. We've got a lot of pages. I will get rid of some of them because I think they're not needed. But I'll clean it up so that you've just got what you need on there. Let's first of all go back to the home page, and what you'll see is that you'll have a little part across here that'll show you that you're still logged into the dashboard, and this is how I prefer to work, because if I go into, say, a page like the contact page and I want to edit that page, all I need to do is click on edit page and that'll bring me to my dashboard, and I can choose what I want to edit and what I don't want to edit, and here it is in here. Now this has been built in a really very, very simple to use platform which has a drop and sort of a drag, click and drag sort of options to do everything. So it makes it really easy for you to do. Very, very simple. But if you want to edit one of these areas, just click in here, and there we can just type and save it, and then update your page, and that's done. Right, just like that. Done. Now, I'm going to create a new page and I'm going to show you how to use the actual editor, because it's very, very simple, and I think you'll find it great because it's very flexible. We'll add a new page and I'll call this test page. Test. Oops. Test. We don't need that. And then we advanced layer editor. Click onto that and that'll open up the advanced layer editor. Now, what you do from here is you just drop in your layout. So effectively, a site is just in, let me go back to your site and I'll show you this. So if you do imports, a site is just a page with different areas on it, and you can establish what layout that you want for those areas just by dragging things in. So here we have a slider at the top, then we have a full screen header, then we have some text, and then we have half screens, half like columns, and then we have quarters. So to establish those areas in here, it would be a matter of dropping in the slider. So in media elements, we could drop in here a full width slider, so advanced slider. We can drop that in like that and choose our slider, which is that one there. So we've now got the slider in that page. The next thing that we have, if we go back, is that we have a full width here again. So we need to go to our layout element, drag in the full width like that, and then we can pop some text in there or a special heading like that, but we'll do it in text, so we'll drop text in. Then we have two images. We want two halves, so if we just click on there once, click twice, we will see that we now have two half spots where we can put in images. And if I go to here, we'll see there's images. So all the stuff you need is in here. It's either content, stuff like separators and icons and buttons and things, or it's videos, images, sliders. There's a Google map and everything in there. So all the content is in there. So we want in here some images. So we're going to drag in an image here, and an image here. And then the next row was in quarters. So if we go back to here and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, we will find that down here we now have 4 images. And we can do exactly the same here. Back to media, we can drag that into here like that. Now, if you're going to repeat something like that, you can actually, and I'll show you, put it in once, put in your stuff, because you might have a header above and below that. So you might decide that you're going to have text under there or a header. So we could get content under here like this, like that. And so we've got under there. Then we can just duplicate that just by clicking this. And it saves you time doing that. So that's how we do that. From here, I'm going to click in here and add my text. So I'm just going to put this as a sample page here. So this is a sample page. And I can edit this here within my editor. So if I click on here, you'll see that I can edit it here now. I'm going to add a plugin to make this a lot easier for you. So let me stop the video for one tick. I'll add that plugin and then we'll come back to that little area. Okay, we're back. Now I'm going to go into that text area again. Click in here and you'll see the difference in the editor that we have now. We now have font family, font size, text color and text background, which makes this a lot easier. So I can highlight this and make it a different size. I can change the font family simply. I can add color to it, so I can make it a sort of a dark blue color, and then I can center it all within this text editor. So let's make that even larger than that, make it that size, and now we have the header that we're going to have in there, and there it is there. It's the same with the images, so I click on the image and I can choose an image from my media file, or I can upload new ones from the computer. So if I go insert image here, I have the option upload from media files from my own computer, or I can pick some from the media files. I'm going to choose some that we have in here just for ease sake. So I'll choose any of these, doesn't really matter. So I'll choose that one there. And then we can pick the size that we want that to be. So we'll make that sort of portfolio size, which is approximately half the page. And then I click insert. And I do that, click save, and then we can do the same for this one as well. We'll click this. Now these images might not be exactly the right size, but you'll get the idea of how this works. It's really very simple to use once we do it. So again, we'll click another image. We'll choose portfolio size and click that. Save that there. And then we can do the same for here. Now, another thing is you can link these images here to something. So image linked, it's no link, but we might want to link it to a page or a category. So we might say, oh, we want to link that to a category, and then I can choose the categories that I want to link it to in here. So post or page, it's all within here. So it might want to link it to a post. It can all be linked in within what you want it. So let's say we want to do it to a page, and then we can choose the page that we want it to be. Now let's say it's a coffee table. We can click on coffee tables and save that. So that's how you link an image to a page. And we can do the same with these now. About a quarter of a page is roughly 250 mil, save it's about 1,000, so around that sort of size. Again, I'll insert an image, and I will choose that image will do. I will make it, that size will do, and click insert and save that as well. Now, to save me time, I'm going to delete all of these, and I'm going to just do that like that. Now, let's preview our page and see what we've done. There it is. If we see, we've got here a sidebar, so I'll get rid of that sidebar to start off with to go back and do that. So let's go back to the page again, which is this page, Now layout here, we can just choose no sidebar and then re-preview the page again, and that'll bring it up here. And why is it so? I do not know. Let me go back. Am I doing the same page? I want no sidebar. Well, let me update it, and then we can have a look at it. We can view the page here. So let's view our page. And there we have a page. We put a slideshow in it. We've got a header here which we don't really want, this title bar. We can get rid of that. You can see our title and you can see our things, and I think I linked that one to a page. So it's going to go to a page. So it's just a random page I chose. We'll go back. And here's all our other images. So you can see the text and how I built that. So it's a matter of just playing around. You can see how flexible and how simple that is for you to do. And they really do come out great. Now, I will just show you how to get rid of this here. So remember I said to go into the page and then edit page. That means you're always in the right page. So we'll click there, edit page, and things like that are all down the side here in this layout area. Title bar, you can click on there and we want to hide both, and then update it again, and then we can go back and view the page. View the page. And there we go. No title bar, same thing like that. Looks pretty cool. And that's how to build a page once it's all built, which is built. So you can just add as many of these as you want. We can have slideshows on there. We can create different slideshows again, and it looks pretty cool. So that's how to do that. From here, I will go into the slideshow now, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you go back to the dashboard, and we go down to Layer Slider, take a moment, we don't want that, rid of that, and we don't need that and that, so we'll delete those. And we'll just say, oops, don't know what I did there. Let me go back. Oops, that's my site, not yours. Here we go. Let's go back to Layer Slide and we'll try that again. Oh, no, we're still in mine. Stay on the page, I can go back. Sorry about this. I got deleted the page. Anyway, let's go back to Layer Slider. We're definitely on to the imports now. Come on. Here we are. Click into the slider itself. And this is where you change your images. So you can see here that we don't have text over it, though you can have text. The image to changes is here, so it's very simple to do. You just simply click on here and choose an image and pop it in. Now that one's a little bit small, we could delete it because it's not quite long enough. Your settings here are here, so it's going to be 100% and 350 in height is what we're looking at doing. So 100%, they're about 1500 in width pixels, they'll fit really nicely. Back to slides. To add a new slide, click here, select an image. Again, you can upload new ones or pop them in here. So let's select, say, that one there. That was 1310, so they're probably a little bit not quite wide enough to do this for this purpose. See, that one's 1525. That's probably a little bit better, but it's 446 in height. We might cut some of that off, but we'll pop it in anyway just for the sake of it. there it is, and you can see we cut off these here, so just a little bit high. So try and make them taking that into account, that height, and then you'll get a fair idea of where it's at. So once that's done, we can just save that, and that's a new slide. I'll delete it because we don't want it. If you want to choose an image, just click here and delete the image, and then reload the image out just by clicking on there again, and you can do that. You can add many layers to these, so let's say we wanted to add some text in here. You can add text in here as well, so just by clicking text, or you can do other images on top of it. So let's say we wanted to put some sample text in here. You'll see that it's on here somewhere. Let me change it so we can find it. There it is there. So you can see that there. It's here like that. We can put that anywhere we want, and we can change the size of it within the editor. So I do that a little bit differently. I try and make life easy for myself because I find I'm not great at code. The other guys are pretty good at it. They'll put a code on there to change the colour and to change the size and everything. What I do is I go and I create a new page like this. I edit it in here, so I'll create text in here. I don't save this page, I just use this to create different things. So I will click in here and I'll put my, this is my sample text. From here I can edit this to whatever I want. So let's say I want this to be a larger font like that, and I want it to be white. I'll make it white. And I might want to change the font family to Arial. Might decide that's not quite big enough, I'll make it a little bit bigger, like that. There, I've created my text. Now what I do is I go to this little icon here, text, and that gives me the HTML code for it. So I'll copy that, then I go back to my slider, and I put my text in here. And there it is. So there's my text. Now you can see that it's done as I want it, and all you do is drag that around to place it as you want it. So you can have lots of different text samples in here. So I could put that on here like that, and I might just say a huge range of outdoor tables. I can actually change that text in here now myself. So I'm going to put here a huge range of outdoor tables. And there we have it. Once I click out of there, look at that. So that's pretty cool. I can then save that change. Just excuse me one moment while I take this. Okay, Janelle, sorry about that. A bit of a break, not for you, but for me. So back to that. So just to recant what I did, I went to do a summary of what I said. I created the text that I wanted and the look of it within the visual editor. Then I clicked to text editor and copied a code. I then went here and I added the code in here. So you can see I created a layer, and we could create another one and put multiple text layers in there, or images even, so you can put a different image over the top of it by choosing something else. So if we wanted to choose an image to put over here, I could create a new layer like that, go to image, and then click to set the image that I want it to be here. So I could choose another image, and this is going to look terrible, but I'll do something here. So we'll choose something like that, yeah, it's not going to work because it's just so big. There's something in here smaller, but that'll look too big. Oh, it's massive. Look, I'll just import one. What about your logo? Here, I'll import this straight line here. That'll be simple. So insert that in here, and you'll see that that image is here. You can drag that around wherever you want it to be. So, for instance, let's say we wanted that there and this here, just as a design. You can do that, and then within transitions, you can decide when that is going to show. So the image, this might come in first. For instance, if we click on there, we can say that transition duration. Its duration is here, the delay is here, so there's no delay on that one. But we might want a delay on this one, which is the text. We might say a delay of 700 milliseconds. And then we can enter a preview and have a look at it. So let's preview that and see what happens. So there it is, and you saw that that came in first. We'll do it again. Oh, I don't know where I did it. There it is. So you can see that the line came in first and the text came in afterwards. So you've got some really, really good functionality, and it's really very quite simple. I'll exit the preview, and you can move everything around like this, and you can change the text. So let's say that that text was just a little bit big. If we went into content again, you can see in the coding here the size of it, that it's 36. So we might decide we want to just make that 32 and see it change. Or we might want to make it 48, make it really big. Like that, huge. So, and that's like that. Pop that in there. And then we've done some little fancy stuff in the slideshow. I hope you find that interesting. I won't save any of that because we don't want it. In fact, I'll delete those layers. So just delete the layer there, delete it, and delete that layer there, and delete it, and you can see they're gone. I hope that helps. Any more questions, give us a bell and we can chat them. Cheers.